Hello YouTube, welcome back to my silly survival world. Now, I'm going to jump straight into this. Was there a lighting bug on my arm? Oh no, that appears like a Z-fighting thing. How strange, how strange. I will look into that a little more later, but, like I said, I want to get straight into this, because I have been watching back yesterday's video. I've been looking back on the stuff I made, and there's just at least one change I want to make, one thing that I'm a little disappointed in myself with. Plus, I have had so many ideas for the market. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to work on it, but we should get a couple of bricks, and I think I know how I want to go about that. I have so much in my head right now, but down to the hot tub. Did that make no sound? Huh. Okay, that was strange. Anyways, first thing. Why didn't I just put another supporting pillar here in the middle? It feels so natural, in my head at least, but we'll take a look, because it fixes the issue of this being weird. And now if you back up, it just makes more sense. It makes so much more sense. Oh, okay. I had to get that change out of my brain and on into the world. I needed the world to see that one block change. I've also been thinking about this. Maybe we could swap it for like stairs. I've been thinking about this down here, but you know what? Screw it. We're not done. We are not done with this hot tub. So much has bothered me. Let's take... Oh, okay, that's also slabs. We can take and thicken that up, and then if we were to take trapdoor, we need to make trapdoors. All right, I have made a bunch of trapdoors. Don't know if it's enough to tide us over, but something like that. Maybe we need to go further. Yes, we do. Let's just absolutely go for it right now, right? Cover all of this in trapdoors, potentially. Right, I gathered a little bit of stone out of the wall here. I have no idea how long the wall has looked that way, but we can cover up this stripped oak, so that is a nice unintended side effect. Now, let's make sure that I get this even on both sides. I just took the whole thing and brought it down. Okay, I've covered the entire bottom end of this. Now, we shouldn't see any water dripping down. I also want to take a hoe and just make sure that all of our carrots here are nicely replanted. Somebody put pumpkins here at some point, probably Dell, considering the timeline. I'm not entirely sure. I kind of want to leave them. I kind of like the carrots, or the pumpkins, but we just want to get all the carrots nice and cleanly planted. Okay, nice, good improvement. Maybe one more pumpkin here, right? Yeah, I got the pumpkin seed, put that there. I can grow it at least one stage. That guy will grow nice and well on his own, though. Now, we are going to make a quick trip to the nether for something I should have already done. There we go, right down there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, because of the changes we've made down below, I can break all of these blocks out, and then we can replace it with soul sand, and then we have an actual hot tub. Well, the actual hot tub is... Oh my god, it's very bouncy. How do I go about... What have I done? Oh, okay, yeah, I can stand in the corner. We have a bouncy tub. Okay. This is a little more exaggerated than I thought it would be, but it's also really funny, so I kind of don't want to change it. Yep, that's absolutely perfect. No notes. Now, I'm going to pull a me classic here, and we're just going to pop down another dump chest. I'll take care of them sooner or later, I swear. I can stop anytime I want, but I just need the inventory space. Oh, it feels so good. Look how nice and organized my inventory is. Okay, we are going to go down to the pit. Well, first off, we're going to sleep, and then we're going to go down to the pit because I want to gather some andesite. Whoop. All right, scratch that plan. I always forget that these chests full of handy-dandy resources exist. Now, I have just remembered a very, very important part of our plans today. We need a bunch of stone cutters and I'm actually going to need to make an additional trip home. I don't know how many we have, but hopefully a solid number. We need emeralds. We don't have a ton, but maybe it'll cover us for a bit. Okay, yep, this place is a little bit of a lag fest, but if I put down a quick stone cutter, come on, we gotta have a taker. Oh, hello there, sir. 1 emerald for 10 bricks. I will buy you out of stock. Now, we are going to immediately get another guy of the same profession, because that was just way too useful. Is it? Oh, you're the one I already traded with. Sure thing, my dude. Sure thing. Come on. Who wants to sell more? You want to sell more? You want to sell more? Bought. Okay, hold up. I heard more takers. Yes. Buy me out of house and home, please. I love bricks. Come on, which one of you lads? I had one. You sir, you're the lucky buyer. Okay, we're getting out of the pit. Well, I don't have any money left, but I have plenty of new bricks we didn't have before, so that is super handy. Now, at long last, we can get started on my real project for today. I'm going to take my silk touch shovel, and I'm first going to level this entire chunk of land out, just from end to end. Now, that was a bit of a process, but I have leveled this entire plot of land to the ground, including the market stall we made yesterday. I know that feels like a bit of a waste of time, but it was a prototype, and we will be making use of that design. However, my initial plans for this here are going to be a little bit different. First thing I'm going to want is a ton of stone brick, just lots and lots of it, because we are probably going to take and make 4 blocks, maybe 5. Okay, I literally had to check yesterday's episode to see how big this is. It is 4 blocks wide, so I'm thinking that the market stall is probably sat on this chunk of land, meaning around it we could do a little something different, and I think I know what. Would have been awesome if we had kept the stone cutters that I literally just made, but I can go ahead and make us a new one. And I just want stone stairs. Now, I don't think you all are going to see the vision just yet, but we're going to have stone stairs lining the outside edge of this entire region. Well, this is quite a predicament. I don't want that. Oh, I kind of hate that. I don't want to do that. Well, maybe it's a stylistic choice, right? I mean, that's actually kind of neater looking than I thought it would be. Would I change all of them to look like that? That's kind of cool. I like the rounded shape. Okay, I will move on for the moment. Let's take these, bring them around here like so. Now, my plans change over in this corner, and it's going to depend on some measurements here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we do the same count here. I lost count already. So this is the 8th block, like that is, meaning from here, I will make some brick stairs as well, so we can get a quick measure on this, quick read. The path will begin to go down like that. Now, I think probably here directly on the 8th block, I want to do something... Nope, not that way, but not this way necessarily either. Maybe so, maybe this way. I'll have to figure this out. I've been saying that too much. Let's not say that as much. Alright, we have created a full ring of bricks around this perimeter. Now I'm going to take and raise all of this up, and I believe we are going to go 4 blocks each just to contain the market stands, which I'll have to check yesterday's video again. Alright, these stands are 7 across each, so I would actually like to start marking those out now. If I could get some stripped spruce, feels like the most appropriate material. So 1 and then 7 blocks over, so it would be this. Alright, 1 over from that, so the ends mark the 7th. Now I'm thinking maybe a 3 gap, but that is adjustable, so then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plop. And then a 3 gap, and obviously we don't fit another here, but we could start doing them sideways from here, which would take that up, which would leave a 2 gap. For the time being, I don't think I hate that, so I will continue with my plans with these posts marking out where potential market stalls will be later. Now that we've got the outline in stone brick here, I want to try out some polished andesite, which will separate layers potentially to this. This might be a more parky kind of area. And I have left it a little thinner over here because I don't believe the market stalls are going to reach quite to this. And I suppose we could do the same on this line here, extending to that. I don't see people using this as walking space. Or, no, it's the opposite. I do see people using this as walking space, so the market stalls will get a slightly larger area here, seeing as they just take up more surface area. Okay, I've laid out a bunch more market stands. I don't think these can really sit that close to each other just because of the design they use. This could be another entryway, potentially, but then it's... Here, I don't think we should have anything that close to this, so maybe this market stand can start here. We do the 1, 2, 3, 5, gap, done. Something like that. Now, is there any chance that we fit another one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we can't fit it there. We could fit another stall. No, we can't. That runs into the same problem. That's a 1 block gap. Hold on. This stand here isn't actually centered on the andesite. I know that's not that important, but it does kind of bother me. So what if we do a 2 block gap? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that doesn't fit either. Come on. Okay, I don't dislike the idea of having one here. Now, I guess we could leave a 2 gap, and then where? Oh, that lands us up somewhere else. I mean, yeah, that's... I'm confusing myself with this. I want to go ahead and fill out the center here. I don't know entirely what I want to do with it. I kind of want a little something more going on in here than is currently, but getting it filled out will be nice. Now, I don't love the shape here. Is there something else I could do with it? Yes, there is. In fact, maybe there's justification for my future actions right now. I don't know. I gotta play it on the fly. This is kind of stressful, not gonna lie. Alright, staring at this a little bit more, I do want to fit more. I very much want to fit more. What if we take and scratch our previous concepts of making the walkway smaller? That's probably going to bother me in the future anyways, because I did 4 on all other sides, so there's no specific reason that this shouldn't be 4 as well. We're going to take this, I'll just drive all this in, and that cleans up the space really nicely for potentially a market that could start... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it never works. Come on. I can solve this. The path, it's going to come down this way, right? So maybe the path comes down a little irregularly. That one goes down in a normal slope. But first, we need to figure out how this road is going to come down, and the road will define the placement of the market stall. Okay, so I have shaped that out. Now, did I leave like a perfect 5? Kind of, yeah. Yeah, really, honestly. And then this, and that's a 2 block gap. How do I feel about 2 block center? I guess you come around here, you walk in through here? No, that's a market stand. Wait, what isn't a market stand? No, this isn't a market stand. There's nothing in the middle. That's really unusual. 4, 5. Maybe we bite the bullet and do this, and it is even on the andesite. So we do 2 market stands, we put them next to each other. We'll figure out the banners situation later, right? Maybe these don't even have banners. Maybe one of them's a flower shop and it's shaped differently. I think that's a good, decent idea. Okay. Ooh, fireflies. Oh, isn't that lovely? Okay. Yeah. Let's calm down a little here. See if I can't. That's left a 4 block gap. So if I wanted to fit another here, let's go ahead and sleep and figure this out in daylight. Okay, so many of the measurements I'm doing here are resulting in 1 block gaps between the stalls. And I feel like I just have to go with it at this point because, man, they all just kind of want to come out like this. Okay, so now I have 1 block gaps between the stalls, the andesite lines the inside, and then what I can do is I can take the middle 5 here, 2 block gap there, no, it's not even, this isn't even a 1 block center. Okay, I might have a design I like. Not really. This just feels random. No, but maybe, wait. No, that's a 1 block center. And then this is a 2 block center. So it's all bad and wrong. Oh, okay, maybe I'm overcomplicating the issue. Maybe the grooves should follow the inside of the andesite. Okay, we've redone that. Now this is a lot more interesting. My feelings are still a little mixed, I want to say, but this is definitely an improvement. Part of me wants to put like a pixel art thing in the middle. I don't know. We could do something simple, like just stick a creeper face in here, right? Well, that's not a creeper face. They're a little thicker, right? Okay, well, I do believe, besides the thickness of the mouth, perhaps, I have correctly built a creeper face. That fits. I think, maybe. Look, man, it is a small detail. I don't even know how many people are gonna notice. I think it's cute. We're gonna leave it like that. With that, I'm going to say we are done with the bricks laying out here. Now, this here is the next thing that we're going to need to address, and I want to take and do a couple things with this here pit. Okay, we have done that little floor there. Now, some of you might see where I'm going with this, but it has been my plan since the start, and I think it's going to be really, really cool because we've set everything up, and I'm so excited to give it all a shot. We are going to jump all the way down back to the hot tub, take 2 buckets of water, going to make our way back up to the commercial district, and here, where we have dug out this strange little pit, we are going to put down water. Now here is where it gets good. We are going to go all the way across the corner. It should fill this entire pool out. And now you will see that the water flows up to here. And now we start filling these in, and oh, it's going to get good, man. It is getting good. We have ran these channels all throughout the build so far, which will hopefully make for some really cool water channels. There we have it. I think I have filled in all of the water channels. Now that is just an incredible splash of color that this place was definitely needing. Now here at the pool, we are going to probably need to replace all of this with brick. And then I'm not out of ideas yet because I really just thought through this whole thing in my head, and I'm so excited we're finally getting to it, man. Today's build is really one of those where I kind of built the whole thing in my head before we even started today. And man, I think it's just gonna work. I am going to patch the last of this hole. And there, we have some nice brick walls. Now, we are not done. Not just yet, no. I want to stick a couple holes in this wall. Perhaps here, here, 2 blocks away again, here, 2 blocks from that side, here. Now we are going to do brick stairs on each corner. And then we are going to take our water buckets and we're going to stick water into all 4 of these here gaps. Man, if that isn't cool, I don't know what is. I love this, actually. This is so cool. My voice. Now, I'm a little torn on what to work on next, but I think we want to take another trip to the Nether, or at least I do. I don't know what you want. I don't know why I'm prescribing that to you. Now, we are going to take one quick trip over to this biome because it has tons of that. I have now gathered a stack of glowstone, really took no time at all, and we're going to take this on back to use as lighting for the water. Now, I don't exactly know how I want to implement the glowstone. Look, this might be too much. It might be too much. Tell me if it's too much, but hear me out here, because it's cool. Right? Right? You can't tell me it's not cool. Is that worth it? Dude, that's so cool. That's so cool. I like that. I like that too much not to do it. That's really silly. Now, I think the last thing that I really need to do is the stalls themselves, right? I don't really know how much more detail we could put in while still ignoring the main feature, right? I am going to put away all of my stuff here, and I think since I have a fair bit of extra time, I am going to build at least a few of these, and I believe we will make that a time lapse. So I suppose I will see you all on the other side. Here we are, brand new day. You can see I have five of these market stands built, and I have faced them all in. I want this to be a little commercial zone, a very densely packed area. We don't have a whole lot going on here in the center just yet, but I think just with the stalls, this place is already feeling a lot more lively. If we take and zoom out here, I adore the aerial view on this place. I think that just looks so cute, and I love the commercial district right now. I think the commercial district is coming along very nicely. Maybe we could plant a tree or two down in here. Maybe give like a raised pedestal here, or not pedestal, but you know, give a raised part for the tree to be planted on, and then it makes for a nice view from up here. I'm not sure, but all of that is not for today's episode. Before we sign off, we have one new addition to the garden, so welcome, Molecule. If you would like your name added to the garden in a future episode, leave a comment down below. I add everybody who has ever commented on any video in this series. Our little garden will get less and less little with time, and I love it here. Anyways, for the time being, I will be seeing you all tomorrow. Bye.